Tehillim, Psalms chapter 119. Fortunate are those whose way is artless, who walk with the Torah of the Lord. Fortunate are those who keep his testimonies, who seek him with all their hearts. Indeed, they have not done iniquity, they walk in his ways. You have commanded your precepts to be observed diligently. My wish is that my ways be directed to keep your statutes. Then I will not be ashamed when I behold all your commandments. I will give thanks to you with upright of heart when I learn your righteous judgments. I will keep your statutes, do not utterly forsake me. How can a young man keep his way pure? By observing your word. With all my heart I have sought you. Do not let me stray from your commandments. I have harbored your word in my heart, that I might not sin against you. Blessed are you, O Lord, teach me your statutes. With my lips I have declared all the judgments of your mouth. I have rejoiced in the way of your testimonies, as I would with all riches. I will speak of your precepts, and gaze upon your ways. I will delight in your statutes. I will not forget your word. Deal kindly with your servant, that I may live to keep your word. Unveil my eyes, that I may behold wonders from your Torah. I am a sojourner on earth. Do not hide your commandments from me. My soul is crushed with a longing for your judgments every moment. You have rebuked the accursed scoffers, those who stray from your commandments. Remove insult and contempt from me, for I have kept your testimonies. Though princes sat and spoke against me, your servant speaks of your statutes. Indeed, your testimonies are my delight. They are my counselors. My soul cleaves to the dust. Revive me in accordance with your word. I have spoken of my ways, and you answered me. Teach me your statutes. Make me understand the way of your precepts, and I will speak of your wonders. My soul drips away out of grief. Sustain me according to your word. Remove from me the way of falsehood, and graciously endow me with your Torah. I have chosen the way of faith. Your judgments have I laid before me. I held fast to your testimonies, O Lord. Put me not to shame. I will run on the path of your commandments, for you will broaden my heart. Teach me, O Lord, the way of your statutes, and I will keep it to the last. Grant me understanding, and I will keep your Torah. I will observe it with all my heart. Direct me in the path of your commandments, for that is my desire. Incline my heart to your testimonies, and not to greed. Avert my eyes from seeing vanity. By your ways give me life. Fulfill for your servant your promise, which brings to the fear of you. Remove my shame which I fear, for your judgments are good. Behold, I have longed for your precepts. Give me life in your righteousness, and let your kindness come to fruition for me, O Lord, your salvation as you promised. I will offer a retort to those who taunt me, for I trust in your word. Do not all remove the word of truth from my mouth, for I hope to fulfill your judgments. I will keep your Torah continually, forever and ever, and I will walk in spacious paths, for I seek your precepts. I will speak of your testimonies before kings, and I will not be ashamed. And I will delight in your commandments which I love. I will lift up my hands to your commandments which I love, and I will speak of your statutes. Remember the word promised to your servant, by which you gave me hope. This is my comfort in my affliction, for your word has given me life. Though the wicked ridicule me severely, I have not strayed from your Torah. When I remember your judgments of old, O Lord, I take comfort. Trembling seized me because of the wicked, those who forsake your Torah. Your statutes have been my songs in the house of my wanderings, At night I remembered your name, O Lord, and I kept your Torah. All this came to me, because I kept your precepts. The Lord is my portion. I pledged to keep your words. I pleaded before you with all my heart, have compassion upon me according to your word. I contemplated my ways and returned my feet to your testimonies. I hurried and did not delay to keep your commandment. Bands of wicked men plundered me, but I did not forget your Torah. At midnight I rise to thank you for your righteous judgments. I am a friend to all who fear you, and to those who keep your precepts. Your kindness, O Lord, fills the earth. Teach me your statutes. You have dealt goodness to your servant, O Lord, in accord with your promise. Teach me the goodness and wisdom of the Torah's reasons, for I believe in your commandments. Before I afflict myself, I would blunder, but now I observe your word. You are good and benevolent. Teach me your statutes. The wicked have smeared me with lies, when in truth I keep your precepts with all my heart. Their heart grew thick as fat, but as for me, your Torah is my delight. It is for my good that I was afflicted, so that I might learn your statutes. The Torah of your mouth is better for me than 1,000 in gold and silver. Your hands have made me and prepared me, grant me understanding, that I may learn your commandments. Those who fear you will see me and rejoice, because I hoped in your word. I know, O Lord, that your judgments are just. Righteously have you afflicted me. Let your kindness become my comfort, as you promised to your servant. Let your mercies come upon me, that I may live, for your Torah is my delight. Let the scoffers be shamed, for they have maligned me with falsehood. But I will meditate upon your precepts. May those who fear you return to me, and those who know your testimonies. May my heart be perfect in your statutes, so that I not be shamed. My soul longs for your salvation. I hope for your word. My eyes long for your promise, saying, when will you comfort me? Though I became dried out like a white skin in smoke, I did not forget your statutes. How many are the days of your servant? When will you execute judgment upon my pursuers? The wicked have dug pits for me in violations of your Torah. All your commandments teach truth, yet they pursue me with lies. Help me. They nearly consumed me upon the earth, but I did not forsake your precepts. As befits your kindness, grant me life, and I will keep the testimony of your mouth. Forever, O Lord, your word stands firm in the heavens. Your faithfulness persists for all generations. You establish the earth and it stands. They stand ready today to execute your judgments, for all are your servants. Had your Torah not been my delight, I would have perished in my affliction. Neither will I forget your precepts, for through them you have sustained me. I am yours. Save me, for I have sought your precepts. The wicked hope to destroy me, but I meditate upon your testimonies. To every goal I have seen a limit, but your commandment is immensely broad. Oh, how I love your Torah. All day it is my discussion. Your commandments make me wiser than my enemies, for they are ever with me. From all my teachers I have gained wisdom, for your testimonies are my discussion. I will be more perceptive than elders, because I have guarded your precepts. I have restrained my feet from every evil path, that I might keep your word. I have not turned away from your judgments, for you have instructed me. How sweet are your words to my palate, sweeter than honey to my mouth. From your precepts I gain understanding, therefore I hate every path of falsehood. Your word is a lamp to my feet, and a light to my path. I have sworn, and I will fulfill it, to keep your righteous judgments. I am afflicted to the extreme, Grant me life, O Lord, according to your promise. Accept with favor, O Lord, the offerings of my lips, and teach me your laws. My soul is in danger always, yet I have not forgotten your Torah. The wicked laid a snare for me, yet I have not strayed from your precepts. I have taken your testimonies as an eternal heritage, for they are the joy of my heart. I have inclined my heart to perform your statutes forever to the last. I despise vain thoughts, but I love your Torah. You are my refuge and my shield. I place hope in your promise. Turn away from me, you evildoers, and I will keep the commandments of my God. Support me according to your promise, and I will live. Let me not shamed because of my hope. Sustain me, and I will be saved. And I will be engrossed in your statutes always. You tremble, all who stray from your statutes, for their ploy is a lie. You have purged all the wicked of the earth like dross. Therefore I love your testimonies. My flesh bristles from fear of you, and I am in awe of your judgments. I practice justice and righteousness. Leave me not to my oppressors. Guarantee your servant goodness. Let not the wicked exploit me. My eyes long for your salvation and for the word of your righteousness. Treat your servant according to your kindness, and teach me your statutes. I am your servant. Grant me understanding, that I may know your testimonies. It is time to act for the Lord. They have abrogated your Torah. Therefore I love your commandments more than gold, even fine gold. Therefore I affirmed all your precepts. I have hated every path of falsehood. Your testimonies are wondrous. Therefore does my soul guard them. Your opening words illuminate, enlightening the simple. I opened my mouth and swallowed, because I craved your commandments. Turn to me and favor me, as is your law for those who love your name. Set my steps in your word, and let no iniquity rule over me. Deliver me from the oppression of men, and I will keep your precepts. Let your face shine upon your servant and teach me your statutes. My eyes shed streams of water, because they do not keep your Torah. Righteous are you, O Lord, and your judgments are upright. You commanded your testimonies in righteousness and great faithfulness. My zeal consumes me, because my enemies have forgotten your words. Your word is very pure, and your servant cherishes it. I am young and despised, yet I do not forget your precepts. Your righteousness is an everlasting righteousness, and your Torah is truth. Trouble and anguish have taken hold of me, yet your commandments are my delight. Your testimonies are righteous forever. Give me understanding that I may live. I call out with all my heart. Answer me, O Lord, I will keep your statutes. I call out to you, save me, and I will observe your testimonies. I rose before dawn and cried out. My hope is in your word. My eyes preceded the night watches, that I may discuss your word. Hear my voice in keeping with your kindness, O Lord. Grant me life, as is your practice. Those who pursue mischief draw near. They are far from your Torah. You are near, O Lord, and all your commandments are truth. From the beginning I discerned from your testimonies that you had established them forever. Behold my affliction and deliver me, for I have not forgotten your Torah. Wage my battle and redeem me. Grant me life for the sake of your word. Salvation is far from the wicked, for they seek not your statutes. Your mercies are great, O Lord. Grant me life, as is your practice. My pursuers and my enemies are many, yet I did not turn away from your testimonies. I saw traitors and I quarreled with them, because they do not keep your words. Behold how I love your precepts. Grant me life, O Lord, according to your kindness. The beginning of your word is truth, and forever are all your righteous judgments. Princes have pursued me without cause, but it is your word my heart fears. I rejoice at your word, like one who finds abundant spoil. I hate falsehood and abhor it, but your Torah I love. 7 times a day I praise you, because of your righteous judgments. There is abundant peace for those who love your Torah, and there is no stumbling for them. I hoped for your salvation, O Lord, and I performed your commandments. My soul has kept your testimonies, and I love them intensely. I have kept your precepts and your testimonies, for all my ways are before you. Let my prayer approach your presence, O Lord. Grant me understanding according to your word. Let my supplication come before you. Save me according to your promise. My lips will utter praise, for you have taught me your statutes. My tongue will echo your word, for all your commandments are just. Let your hand be ready to help me, for I have chosen your precepts. I long for your salvation, O Lord, and your Torah is my delight. Let my soul live, and it will praise you, and let your judgment help me. I have gone astray like a lost sheep. Seek out your servant, for I have not forgotten your commandments.